All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. I guess everyone knows by now that the gun that Tommy Lee Sparta, the entertainer Tommy Lee Sparta, was caught with, the gun that subsequently led to him being convicted and sentenced to 3 years in prison. That gun there, the gun hot. All right. I said on my last video, the gun not hot, that gun there, they on fire. But we did a longer video. We did a 1 hour live, which involved about 30 minutes of talking about where Tommy Lee is going to go from here, what's going to happen from here, all the possibilities, what he's going to have to do to get himself out of this, if there's a possibility of getting out of this, and all these other things. But for those of you who like the short videos, here is a shortened version with some updated information that is also not in the 1 hour video. See? So you either go watch the 1 hour video and watch we talk about not only Tommy Lee, but about the security guard brother in Jamaica who found out that 1 out of his 4 children is his. Anyhow, Loop News now bust the story after we broke the story this morning, and it says that Tommy Lee's lawyer is denying involvement in the shooting or the murder. When I saw the headline, is the first thing I said to myself was, okay, it is a legitimate story because we got it from Nationwide News, and then Loop dropped it after. In this update, the lawyer is speaking. Tommy Lee's lawyer has come forward now, so let me read the story for you. It says that there will apparently be no brighter days ahead for incarcerated dancehall DJ Tommy Lee Sparta, as police sources have alleged that the gun that was seized from him and which led to his recent incarceration has now been linked to at least 2 murders that occurred in the corporate area. However, his attorney, Donahue Martin, the lawyer representing Tommy Lee Sparta, has denied his client's involvement in any murder or any act of violence. Well, that is a lawyer's job to do. Okay? Your lawyer's job is not to sink you. Your lawyer's job is to get you out. And if they cannot get you out, then their next best thing is to get you as little time behind bars as possible. I don't know how this lawyer is going to wiggle out of this one, but let's see how this works out. The lawyer said, "We deny any involvement in any act of violence or murder or any act of shooting," and this is what he told Loop News. Police sources allege that the spent shell casings and the bullet fragments recovered from the scenes of 2 murders, at least 2 murders, and 3 shooting incidents all link back to this gun that they took off of Tommy Lee Sparta. The firearm has also alleged been connected to other shooting incidents, and Tommy Lee Sparta's conviction on the gun charge was actually his first. Actually, it was Tommy Lee's first conviction on anything, period. On anything, period. He had never been convicted before. I see how the news media is saying that, oh, he has had run-ins with the law. Yeah, he has had run-ins with the law, but he was never convicted. So there's a difference between having run-ins with the law and eventually being caught, brought to trial, found guilty, and convicted. I was one of the people that said I was tired of law enforcement picking him up constantly and then having to let him go with just a pat on the shoulder. All right, go on. We didn't find anything. How about you guys build your case, do your work, bring a jacket, a folder together that has all evidence in it. That way, if he is such a dangerous criminal like you're saying, when you get him in court, it will be hard for him to leave, right? Well, so said, so done. They have done their due diligence and they got him right where they want him. Now, there are a lot of people out there that are saying that, oh, them switch out the gun after he was convicted with that gun, them switch it to another gun. I guess a lot of you really don't understand how this thing works. You see, in order for, when that evidence is brought into court, the accused, which is Tommy Lee's team, or Tommy Lee then, and his defense team, they also get to look at the same gun. They also get the serial number of the gun. they also get pictures of the gun. Significant markings are on the gun that they took off of Tommy Lee. It has been established now that they took it off of him. He already went to court and plead guilty, all these other things. It is established. So they know the gun. So for the people who I say, set him up in a SouFLo because me feel like them switched the gun after he got convicted and use a different gun for the ballistics, and now they're trying to pin it on him. Well, I am sure that his team knows the gun that he was convicted for. I hope they were that smart, because if they were not that smart, then damn right the possibility of that gun being switched to another gun is there. I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm saying if his team did not have proper records of that gun, such as serial number and specific markings on the weapon, then there lays a possibility that it could be switched out without them noticing. Beyond that, as we sit right now, Tommy Lee is in a world of trouble. Right now, whoever loves him, them a run up and down. They're crying. They're probably confused. They're hurting. They're hurting because, Tommy Lee is extremely talented, and that cannot be denied. But on the flip side of things, here comes this right here. And we all know that law enforcement in Jamaica has had their eyes on him for the longest. They have made it public for the longest that this is someone that they believe is involved in many illegal activities, and they want to get him behind bars. Here we are. Them always say, we're going to catch him. Watch and see. And there it goes. Not to mention, for those of you who don't know, Sparta gang, Tommy Lee has always been accused of being the leader of Sparta gang. And his music didn't make it any better because, the man says Sparta soldier and him says Sparta and all these other things, right? So they link him through that. Music and entertainment. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. What I think will happen is that the only way Tommy Lee can actually get out of this is for him to actually tell if he is not the one that did these murders that's on this gun. And people, I want to understand something now. They said it has been linked to at least 2 murders. At least. You know what that means? That means, stay tuned. Because as they go matching through whatever they have already, they might very well come across more cases of murder that are linked to that same gun. Understanding the court of law, this does not prove that Tommy Lee committed those murders, but it does prove that he was in possession of that murder weapon. He will be held accountable. He will be made to say, and this is the only way he can save himself, is if he can actually come out and say, hey, I did not commit those murders. And the weapon that you see me with, I bought it from this man that lives at this address and him sell gun. So right away, you're going to have a snitching situation. Seeing? But, like I said on my other video, which I won't say half of the things on here, go watch the next video. It's longer, but it have laughing and fun and crying and all these things in it. If Tommy Lee is able to finger somebody or say, listen, this is the person that sold me the gun, and yes, I knew it was an illegal gun, but FLA don't want to give me a license, and it's dangerous for me out here, so I'd rather take a 3 years behind bars than get murdered when I could have defended myself. So I bought the gun from him because he told me that this gun is brand new in the box with papers, have never been fired before. And lo and behold, the gun has multiple bodies on it. I'm not taking that rap. He can say that. Give up who he has to give up and walk or do his little 3 years and let them investigate somebody else. I don't know how this one will go. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me, do you still think that this was a setup, or do you think that Tommy Lee is the person who committed these crimes, these murders on this gun? The 3 shootings and with intent, and the 2 murders it has been linked to so far. I will catch you on the next video. On the walk good. Alright? Remember, that's something that when name long run short catch is not a joke. And prison no make for dog. So, me not try go there. And all I can end this video with is by saying, God go with him, because me can't go. At least not right now. I'm out. Peace.